Many moons ago, I was listening to Scar Tissue. I think it's off the Californication record, but long story short, John was playing the most beautiful, simplistic intro. I think it was like F to C to D minor, something like that. I don't remember the exact thing, but I just remember trying to figure out what was he doing there. He was emphasizing the intervals. That's a mouthful. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna throw up the chord charts. We're gonna do a 3-chord progression. We're gonna do G, D to A minor, okay? And the way we always learn it, after we learn our open chords, like here's a G, yeah, I can play a G and then a D, and then I play an A minor, okay? That's kind of Guitar 101 beginner. And then you start learning bar chords, and I'm gonna throw up the chart. Looks just like this, you've seen it. Here's the bar, G major, right? Slide up to the 10th fret, D major, back down to the 5th fret, A minor bar chord. And that sounds gorgeous. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing this. G to D to A minor. Sounds great. However, if you want to spice up your playing, we are now going to need to shift our mindset into simplicity. But simplicity means beauty, okay? All right, so let's start with this. Keep the progression in the same order, and then I'll give you like a close-up of the GoPro. So let me get in a little bit closer. So I'm just gonna get rid of the pick for the sake of doing this. So let's look over my shoulder. I have a G interval. And an interval is just 2 notes, all right? So the distance between 2 notes, okay? And this is gonna be a major third. Don't worry if none of this sticks, it will, okay? But more importantly, I want you to take your first finger and put it on the 3rd fret on the G. You can see it right there on the chord chart, okay? And then you're gonna take your 3rd finger and you're gonna put it on the G string, and you're actually fretting, now that's a B. So that right there, that's really the foundation of the chord. That is the root, the G, to the major third, G, B. And eventually you're gonna want to at least memorize, at a bare minimum, all your triads, your 3 notes. So a G major chord is made up of G, B, D. However, in this case, we're emphasizing the G and the B. Okay, so keep that shape. Now here's what's cool. I'm gonna throw up the major third for D. So keep that shape, slide it all the way up. I didn't show you on the GoPro. So here's on the GoPro. There is the interval right there. Root third, G, B. Got that? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is slide it all the way to the 10th fret. All right? And the first and major third in a D major chord is D, and you see F sharp. So like this. There it is. All right, so we got G and D to D and F sharp. Now when we slide down to the 5th fret, here's the A minor interval, and that is A and C, okay? So if you don't understand what I'm about to say here, it's okay. So you basically flat the 3rd to make it minor. So you go from a C sharp to a C. The C sharp is a 3rd in A major. We flat that, we move it half fret down to C. So look at that shape. So here's what the A minor shape looks like. Okay, that's fine and dandy like candy, but let's go ahead and put it into context of a song. So the beauty of these is you could use intervals for full-blown breakdowns or intros if you're a songwriter like I am. So listen to how cool this sounds. You've got so we'll go G, D, A minor. So here, just the intervals. So I'm finger picking. Simple but beautiful. Now, I want you to play with it and just let it cut loose and throw it down there. That's really kind of like how John does it in the Chili Pepper stuff. He's got a heavy hand on his strum hand, and I pretty much play that too. I'm very heavy-handed. So if you listen, you could start off with something really simple and beautiful and go into it like this. So this is just the intervals. And then keep in mind this too. You could go from intervals to the full-blown bar chords and back to the intervals. So this is just the intervals. So listen. So just play with that, all right? So remember, the intervals are simple, but they're beautiful sounding because simple equals beautiful, all right? Now, I'll show you real quick before we close this out. I will play the intervals and I'll kind of throw in the bar chords. I'll start mixing it up. And then later on, you can start throwing in other intervals. That's a lesson for another day though. All right, so here, I'm gonna just jam through a couple times, let you hear what it sounds like, and you're gonna see. So this could be like, let's think of it as in the context of a song, right? So I'm gonna start off with the intervals, which is really kind of what John did in Scar Tissue, if I remember correctly. He played the intervals kind of in the beginning, simple, and then he went into the more chordal structure as the song progressed. So like you could do a song like this. I'm gonna just do it all like kind of simple. So the intervals only, so like G to D to A minor. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play full-blown bar chords and start mixing between the two, and that sounds like this. All right, that's pretty much it. So listen, I've never made a video like this, so hopefully that one didn't blow chunks. Trying to help you. But tell me what else you want to see. I need feedback. The channel's growing so fast, and my whole passion in life is to help you go to the next level. I want you to be amazing. And don't ever compare yourself to anybody else, because you have your own unique style. So take these things I show you, take them into your bag of tricks and incorporate them into your style, okay? So take these intervals and then move them around, play with them, strum them, finger pick them, see, let sound sink into your ear and see how that does, all right? So hopefully that was cool. Please let me know. If you are here and you think this content is helpful to you, I'd love for you to click on the subscribe button. I've got like big plans for this channel. And I know that you will also be able to network and meet some other amazing musicians that hopefully you guys can hook up and create some music to make the world a better place. All right, so shoot me a like on this if you think it was cool. Help spread the word. We will keep growing this place. I will see you in the next video. Peace.